Welcome everybody to episode 20 of the Aim Gamescast. I'm your host, Scott Mills, the Microsoft/PC expert. And I'm joined on my left by Brett Wolf, the PlayStation expert.
Shorty got booty, but I got that cash.
What is that from?
It's IQ. I just made it up.
Nice. I like that. Just random haikus.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys are welcome.
Very cool. I like that. And on my right, I've got the Nintendo expert, the little bit of everything expert, Eric King.
And the news guy. Come on, Scott.
Well, we'll get to that after I get to
Oh, dude,
our special guest returning for the fourth time. I think it's fourth time. Jared.
Hi.
Oh, God, around the table.
Is it the fourth time?
Autobots? Where's my Xanax?
Come on, we don't talk about drugs on here, dude.
No, it's prescribed. I have anxiety issues.
Yeah, I have horse anxiety, dude.
I'm scared to death right now.
You should see me do huddles at work. It's fucking terrifying.
Huddles.
Yeah, we have like huddles like every morning.
Are you serious?
Serious.
Hi guys.
No.
Hi guys.
No.
Everyone,
No, we don't get
on three. Yeah.
No.
What is that?
We have a good show today on three.
Come on.
Give us one you're playing.
Scott, what was that noise?
Oh, well, just let's do on three. We're
Morning.
gonna have a good show today.
Morning.
Oh, are we really doing this?
Morning.
Yeah, I was like, stop. Like,
Power Rangers activate.
are we doing this? Or what are we doing
Dude,
here?
don't touch 100.
Okay. Oh,
Dude.
oh, yes.
All right.
Hey.
Whoa. That was the
Hey.
best tunnel I've ever seen.
What's that noise? What? That's the breaking news noise.
Oh!
Newsman.
I had no idea what Scott was doing with that.
Okay, that was the news. Breaking news noise.
Well, this one's not so much breaking, but Cuphead now on Switch as of yesterday. And games we got coming this week. I know one you're pretty excited about, Brett. Days Gone. On, was that April 26th?
April 26th, yes sir.
Nice, 1 week from today. So the Cuphead, that was previously exclusive to Xbox, right? And probably computer.
It was on PC.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
It was a big PC.
And that's a game I haven't checked out yet. I know it's...
That should be the game you stream next, Scott. After you do some of
think so?
nostalgia
I know
hours.
you
I
guys,
want to see you do Cuphead.
I love
you guys
seeing
mentioned
Scott
that
in difficult
before.
games.
Yeah, I want to see Scott do Cuphead. For
So,
sure.
we'll be
wow, I'm
for
getting
Scott.
some pressure to do Cuphead, so.
Are you gonna do it on
Yeah.
Xbox or the
He's like, I
Switch?
can do it. It's gonna be
I
okay.
think I can do it, yeah.
I got
My
this.
fear of playing it.
I got this.
Yeah, sure it'll be fine.
And as well as one other game, which Scott, I know, or who picked that one up?
What?
What game?
Mortal Kombat 11.
Oh, that's mine. Yeah, I drafted
Scott picked that in the
I
picture.
drafted that, yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was one you picked up.
Mhm.
So that's coming out the 23rd, which that's Tuesday, I think.
Oh, wow.
Tuesday.
Oh, that's this week.
And then Days Gone will be Friday. And who picked that one up? Was that
I did.
That was you.
That was my third round choice.
Yeah. So. And
What?
everyone's got all these fucking games coming out already. I'm still like waiting for my
Jared
first
hasn't even
game.
had. I mean, yeah, Eric hasn't even had like one game,
Yeah,
so,
Eric has it.
I got one coming up though, Rage. So.
and he picked up Jedi Fallen Order.
That's right.
Is
I'm
there,
probably
when
not
does
gonna
Rage
pick
2
it
come out again? I keep forgetting.
Why didn't you?
It's sometime in May.
Because I don't know. Because I don't really follow like releases that much, like announcements.
Bullshit, dude. You always pre-order shit. What are you talking about? You're a liar, dude.
Dudes. Stop.
Like I said that like plural, like all of us.
Well, I meant to say dudes. Stop.
Oh, okay. Okay. Alright.
That's my strategy.
Alright, we got some new games. I was gonna mention this last week. We had new games coming to the Xbox Game Pass as of April. I have to try to remember what they were now. On my actual
Prey?
phone on me anymore. Prey is one of them.
And
Monster Hunter World.
Monster Hunter
Yeah.
World, 2 good games.
And I think Resident Evil 5, which that's an old game, obviously.
Jesus, yeah.
Me and you played that recently.
Yep, we beat it.
We beat it.
And there's a couple
Nice.
other ones, but
Good
those were the big standouts. Were the Prey and Monster Hunter World.
I don't think I would enjoy that game without it being co-op.
What's that? Resident Evil?
That was not the breaking news.
Breaking
noise.
Was that the car with an eyesight alarm?
That was the ending news
Yeah.
alarm, wasn't
No, I
it?
think that was the GoPro. I
Oh,
think it
GoPro,
was
yeah.
turning off.
Oh, okay.
Shut up!
you.
Yeah, we're not recording on the GoPro
As
today.
you can tell, we have actual good video quality today for once again.
Thanks,
But,
GoPro.
Yeah, thank you, GoPro. Alright, so we got a couple sales going on this week. We got a PS4 flash sale, which, what did that just start today, I think, Brett?
Yes, the PlayStation flash sale usually is always on Fridays. It's usually the third week of every month. So then this is the third week of April. So yeah, it looks like it's pretty much front loaded with a lot of Ubisoft stuff. I've seen Division 2 on sale there.
Odyssey was like 70 or 67% off, I think.
Yeah, there's a lot of different deals on the different editions of that game. Same thing with Division 2.
Metro Exodus was another standout. I don't know how much that was off, but I know that was on sale.
On the flash sale?
Those,
Yeah.
I think it was 44, I think.
It's probably still
those were the
pricey, I'm sure.
those were the two big games I saw was Division 2 and Assassin's Creed Odyssey. But yeah, Metro Exodus is a game that some people enjoy. So
And I think that sale goes through the 22nd, so not too much time to.
yeah,
go
flash
with
sale's
that.
usually a weekend, isn't it?
And we also have another sale going through the 22nd is Microsoft's Spring Sale, which
Yes.
we failed to mention
So
because that's been going for a
Yeah,
couple weeks now.
yeah, it started like the 12th, I think, or the 15th. So it goes like 10 days. So it started last
What's
week.
in that? What's in that?
Of a lot of the games that you guys just mentioned, so if you guys want to buy those on
Not as cheap
on
there, I don't
Xbox, no, they're probably pretty
I think
similar.
Assassin's Creed
know
was
that
30, I think.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey, yeah. It was
I bought that for 30 on physical.
I bought the King's Quest game. It came out like 4 years ago or something on the Xbox sale for like $10 or something.
Yeah, they usually have pretty good sales. They had 500 plus games on sale for the sale, and
Yeah,
I think it was like 90 something or $10 or less. So
Yeah.
it's definitely a good sale. Check it out. Got a couple more days to do that. So some other news: Sega Genesis announced 10 more games for their console that they got coming out.
For
Their
the mini,
classic
yeah, we talked
console.
about that a few weeks ago.
Yeah, we announced like their
So-
10 games that they originally had. They added 10 more. I'm not sure if
Okay.
Echo of the Dolphin was like on the original.
I think it is.
I know it's coming.
Okay.
I don't
So
know
do
if
you
that
have
was
a
one of
list
the
of
original
those games?
Well,
what they were, or not?
Since they're on my phone, I don't actually have a list. But I know Streets of Rage 2 was one of the ones they showed.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic 2, I think.
Earthworm
I think
Jim.
Sonic one-
Earthworm
I think the
Jim
original
was
Sonic.
one. Yeah.
What do you say, Scott?
Well, I know they're both on there. I don't know which one.
Earthworm Jim. That
Yeah,
was
Earthworm Jim was one of them.
That was
yeah.
I like that game.
That's a good one.
But no Golden Egg still, which I'm waiting for still.
What
But
about like Vector Man?
yeah, Vector Man.
No.
Is
Whatever
it?
that is. No, it's not.
Oh.
I don't think that's.
Oh, sorry. No, sorry. That's just in a lot of like Sega like Genesis like classic games like that's
Is
Vector
that
Man
a big
1
one?
and 2. I mean I don't know. I just see them in a lot. Anyway, moving on. I was just asking if it was on there. I didn't know.
Nah, I don't think that's on there yet. I'm not sure. I don't have the whole list in front of me because we got 20 so far and we got another 20 coming. So we'll see. We'll see on Vector Man. Let's see. Naughty Dog. I don't think Brett likes this news too much. Naughty
No,
Dog
that's not true.
offers a promising Last of Us update, and they finished their shooting. I don't know what you want to call it.
Mocap.
Their mocap, motion capture. For those of you that might not know that, they finished that. He just finished the ending, and I guess that means they're
Okay, so
completely
the
done with
story's
motion capture.
done,
But
but,
then- well,
we
doesn't-
don't know the game mechanics
again,
if those are done.
Well,
Filming-
no,
filming
he
the end.
posted another update though after
Okay.
that where
Okay.
they were crying or whatever, and they're actually done
Who's
with
crying?
motion. They're actually done with motion capture.
Who are the actors' names? Actor and actress?
What are their names? I don't remember what the fuck's
Troy
their names are.
Baker.
Troy
No, it's
Baker.
not. Troy Baker. Ashley
and-
Johnson.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Never mind. Because everybody said
I know because she looks like
because everybody
Ellie
said
Joel.
Ellie looked like because everybody said Ellie looked like Ellen Page. And I'm just like
Okay, here's my thing about this really
They don't
quick.
even have the same
Um,
color.
Yeah, it was back when The Last of Us first came out. Never mind. Yeah, it's old news. Go ahead. Go ahead. Hey.
Borderlands, dude. Borderlands 2. I don't get me wrong. I want this game to come out this year. I mean, I want to play it as soon as I can. I mean, just for like my fantasy draft, I counterpicked it against you because I still don't think it's going to come out.
Well, it's game over if it does come out.
Well,
It's
people were
gonna be like-
saying
30
that
some points.
just because Uncharted 4 finished mocap like 5 or 6 months before it came out, it doesn't mean The Last of Us is going to be the same timeline. Like that was done, 3 years ago. It came out in 2016.
Mhm.
They still got to probably input all the cutscenes, all the animations to do all that, and they probably have a lot of QA that they need to do, test for any bugs. I know, knowing Naughty Dog, if they find a bug, they'll probably be playtesting it for the next week or two. Like, this is how they are. Their games are pretty much perfect. And who knows how long their multiplayer component's going to be. They've had multiplayer in The Last of Us Part 1, and they've had in Uncharted. So, who knows how long that's going to take.
Yeah.
And,
You know, the thing is, when would they even announce, like, if it was coming out this year, still, like, they're not going to be at E3, they're not doing
it will be a Sony State
We'll
of Play.
have to
Okay,
It will be a
and
state of
when are
play.
they doing this?
And
We
one
don't
of the
know.
points I
Play?
made about
Yeah.
that is like they might, because it's sort of like the same game as Days Gone, same type of game. So they could be waiting until Days Gone comes out to announce like a release date on that. And I get all your points like you're making with that. Like they're gonna have to clean up all the bugs, all that stuff. Like
Yeah,
this is just the acting part that
Yeah.
they're finished with. But I don't think like everyone knows that it's supposed to be coming out in 2019, and I don't think they want to like disappoint their fans by like posting updates like, oh, we're almost done,
Well,
basically, like
So
leading
Sony,
people on.
so this is Naughty Dog's first party. It's owned by Sony. Sony's not really known for pushing out games late in the year, specifically the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
You know, Spider-Man was an outlier. Came out in the beginning of September. But what really, you know, big games that they had that have come out in that fourth quarter, where we're thinking that's going to be out in the fall, whereas most of their games have come out in the springtime and the wintertime.
Yeah, but there's not many games that they've announced.
The only game I can see coming out this year will be Dreams, is to become full access. You still have your Call of Duties. You're still gonna have Star Wars coming out. That's be coming out in November.
Well, what's their big game coming out?
Well, Days Gone and Dreams. I think Ghost of Tsushima is gonna be a cross-gen game. Same thing with Death Stranding. So The Last of Us Part 2 is gonna be probably a game that's gonna come out on the PS4 and then probably get remastered for the
It's
PS5.
not really like a big story game coming out towards the end of the year either, I don't think.
But Sony again doesn't really put out games. They don't want to compete. They don't want to compete with those big games. So they push Uncharted back.
Competition.
No, again, Sony's a benchmark for single player story games. It's an unproven fact. Unless you want to argue Rockstar.
There's no other story games coming out, Scott, that you wanted to throw out there that might be coming out finally? Well, that's your guy jumping on this argument.
Well, what I'm saying
I
is,
mean, I don't really have much to say.
well, what I'm
about,
saying is that
well, yeah, Cyberpunk is a whole different animal. Like that's a whole open world game. Like this is just a story. Like
Death Stranding, dude?
that's not coming out this year.
That dude.
That's not coming out.
and I
this
do
year.
still think Cyberpunk's coming out in 2019. I think.
But when?
We'll see if at E3 they're gonna.
It's coming out
announce
in
a
Isn't the
release
grant
date.
over by
So if
June?
they don't
It's
announce
gonna
it out
be. It's
December
gonna be
31st.
in November, December. It's gonna
So if
be
they don't announce it at E3, do you still think it's coming out?
No, if they don't at E3.
And again, when they make announcements, it doesn't mean it's a hard release date. We've seen Sony push back games. We've seen Take-Two push back games. Like just because there's a hard,
Yeah.
if we see a release date
I mean,
in June,
it can still be delayed,
It-
sure, but
No, yeah, I wouldn't be really shocked like if it didn't come out this year.
Cyberpunk's
I'm hoping it comes out.
Cyberpunk
this year,
2077. We're going off on like a little tangent. That's a perfect game just for like a summer game next year. It's like gonna be perfect.
but- Yeah.
I think The Last of Us Part 2. Back to the original
Yeah,
topic. Well, again, we haven't. It's an open world game. It's gonna be probably bigger than The Witcher.
yeah,
Like-
I think that's perfect for releasing it in November, December. Then you have like the winter
Yeah, but
months
they
when
got so
everybody
many other
stays
games to
inside.
But people will be buying
it'll
Call of
be- it's
Duty
gonna be
and the
hunkered
normal
down.
shit. Wouldn't CD Projekt Red is banking a lot since they're a big name now after the success
Yeah.
of Witcher 3.
I mean,
kinda
I think
want
a
their
ton
own
of people
space.
are gonna be buying that game, like regardless of Call
Yeah,
of
Brett's
Duty.
hyped for it like he's played CD Projekt Red games, like he's.
No, okay. I've not played The Witcher 3, but I respect how many awards they got because it looks pretty cool. I just can't devote that much time to it. But I've seen trailers of CD Projekt Red. I mean, not CD Projekt Red. Cyberpunk 2077. And it looks sick. I should not see that game coming out this year. And just because one, I don't think that game's gonna be so massive. I don't know they'll be able to finish it this year. They just ramped up production
they've already
2
got
years ago.
Gameplay is finished. They've said so.
Really?
Who said that?
Like it's just they're just doing. bug
Well, they've
fixes
also
from the story
said,
I've
like
seen.
we talked about in the
Really?
previous
Yeah.
episode.
Well, I want to see a source on that, Scott.
Like it's playable from beginning to end. They've said.
Really?
Well,
But
we also
it's-
talked about in like a previous
It's
episode.
just that they're
I mean, I'm
they're
getting
just
excited now.
they're just fixing stuff. But
Well, we talked about it in a previous episode where they said they have another AAA game they're working on, and they said both of those games are gonna be out by 2020.
Yeah, but they're a huge team now. They're a huge team.
Well, they said both are gonna be out by 2020, so I mean.
well, I think it was
I don't think they're gonna
2021.
I don't think
it was
they're gonna-
2021.
Was it 2021?
So it's still like a 2 years.
All right, well, back.
I don't think
Adds
they're
a
gonna
couple-
release both in the same year. So that's
Jared
all
has
I'm
an
saying.
opinion.
Well, I was gonna say that adds a couple years for the new game that they just like talked about working on.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I mean, maybe like
Well, there's
what was it, 2021?
I guess it was 2021. I thought it was 20.
I mean, maybe
Yeah, I mean,
Cyberpunk will be coming out then.
I mean,
no,
I'll try
I
to
mean-
give
I mean,
the
I'm not,
source out on Twitter. I mean,
No,
I'm skeptical of that.
I'm-
it coming out 2019.
I want to see it because if it is true, that is like a
Yeah, that's
legit
huge
source.
news.
That is huge news. Yeah, I
That's
totally
very
agree.
huge.
Again, I'm gonna buy it, like
Huge.
no doubt.
come you here.
But
Yeah, it's got an inside source.
but I want to know if it's actually
noise.
playable from point A to point B. That means the game is pretty much gameplay is the biggest part of it.
Mhm.
Gotta throw some animation in there, and probably the writing must be done then. If the gameplay is done, you assume the writing's already done for it, and it's already inputted. So it's
Yeah.
like if it's just the QA stage and stuff and testing, then. But again, they're gonna market the fuck out of that game though. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
It's like
For sure. But did it?
same thing with The Last of Us Part 2. Back to the original game.
Yeah.
Not to waste so much
I mean,
time
there's
on
so
it.
many
We're
side
coming
quests
up
in
on
it too. Like the fact that they said that the campaign is playable from beginning to finish. Like they've still got so many different story arcs. That game is so interconnected. Like there's so many things to work
Well,
I
on.
feel like that game could
They
be
do.
so
What do you
It's
consider a
a lot,
side
but-
quest or part of the
I
gameplay?
guess I'm trying to just
justified.
counter myself, but
Okay.
whatever.
Alright, well, back to Last of Us. Do you have something to say?
I was just gonna say because Eric was saying he feels like it would be really buggy, but I mean, shit, The Witcher had a lot of shit as well. How buggy was that game?
Yeah, no, I don't think
Like,
they're
I
gonna
don't
release
think
it.
that
buggy.
game was
No,
really
I'm
powerful.
saying I think they might have a lot of bugs to fix, but I
Oh,
don't think they're
like,
gonna release it buggy.
as
though.
well, they're still like.
I don't think they're
Still
gonna
in
release it buggy
development.
though.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I don't
I was
think.
gonna say.
Back
Nah,
to
yeah, that was a
Probably
plain as fuck.
Go
Like,
clean it the fuck up.
well, back to Last of Us Part 2. Again, like I'm gonna get it day one. Like I'm gonna get it in my hands sooner rather than later. But I just don't. I don't want to get too invested in the hype. Yeah, it's like for my fantasy team because I counterpicked it.
yeah.
But again, I want to play. I want to buy it day one. Like I would love to play over the winter time. Same thing with the Cyberpunk 2077. I don't want to get too invested in the hype, so to speak, and be let down.
Yeah, like there's no story games right now that I'm hyped for that are coming out in the winter time. So
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be. And it's like probably the best time to play a single player game is when it's snowing and shit.
yeah, so we'll see on it. I wouldn't be entirely shocked at all if it got pushed back to next year, but I'm still hoping. So let's see. Other news. Big one. Microsoft announces a brand new console, the Xbox One S All Digital. I'll let you take over from here, Scott.
Well, okay, so
Your baby here.
I'm very disappointed in it. Like I don't think this is gonna sell well at all. Like, okay,
It's Xbox, that's why.
because the price point that they released for it is $250. So you're already seeing sales. I think GameStop even has a sale out of it. I was looking on Twitter and somebody's like, why would I get a thing without a disc when I can get one with a disc for the same price on
That's
sale?
on Twitter.
Going to that off of that point, piggybacking off of it,
Yeah.
they're Blu-ray disc too, like 4K Blu-ray that you can play on your Xbox One S. So it's like you're basically getting like
Yeah.
a 4K Blu-ray player, which those things alone cost like
Yeah, exactly.
$250.
Exactly.
So it's like
Exactly.
Yeah, you don't have a
you're
Blu-ray
buying a
player.
Blu-ray disc player
No.
for the price of the
Oh, but you
console.
get
Something
three
they
games
said
bundled with
is
it.
that
Oh.
all of the specs, like it's the exact same thing as an Xbox One S, but without the disc drive. Like they actually left room like for the disc drive, so
Oh,
you
yeah,
can
it's the same
do
thing.
it. Like they were saying like they have do-it-yourself instructions that come with it, where you could install your own drive if you wanted to into the thing, and I'm like, why would anybody even bother with that?
Well, yeah.
Now. It does come with the bundle of 3 games, but even those, it's like you can get those all on the Game Pass. I think it comes with the Minecraft, Forza Horizon 3, which isn't even the latest Forza Horizon
Correct.
game. And then there's a third one. I don't know.
I was
forget
hoping
what the third-
when you said it because I forgot what it was.
I forgot what that one was too, but yeah. I was not all that impressed with what I saw there. So
Did you guys see their
I
ad?
think Microsoft, they just had an overstock of Xbox One S's that they still haven't sold. And so they're like, we don't really want to spend the money to put in the Blu-ray drive because, like you're saying, that's more expensive. So they're trying to cut back on their losses that way.
Right.
I don't know. It's kind of dumb.
Did you guys see the ad
Nobody
for it?
buy that, or I will come and
Well, the ad
get
was
mad at you.
the ad was fucking stupid because they're like sitting there like their whole ad was this whole thing like, why didn't we think of this like a long time ago? Did you see it? You didn't see the ad either, did you?
I haven't seen it, but
Well,
I was just
you should.
laughing because the 3 games are Minecraft, Sea of Thieves.
Oh,
Sea of Thieves.
Forza
Going to get us started on something.
How can I forget that one?
Sea of Thieves.
I mean, they are updating it. Rare is updating that game, but they lost us after the first 2 hours.
Yeah, and if you're getting an all digital version, why would you not get the Xbox Game Pass to go with it anyway? So that comes with those 3 games anyway.
What they should
so
have done is just giving you like a
just
year
makes no
free
sense.
of Game Pass.
Game Pass.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
They also did. I don't know if this is in your news. They also have a bundle now of Xbox Games with Gold or Xbox Live and Game Pass.
Yeah, I was gonna do that last week. I forgot about
That's
that.
for the same price as it is if you bought them separately. It's not even like a deal.
No,
Just
that's
bundle
if
it.
you bought a whole
If
year.
you bought a whole year, which
Or
would
what,
most people
but-
would do except for Eric because he buys it.
No, if you buy it
He's always
monthly,
returning
it'll cost you $20 to do it separate. If you do it,
But for the year, it equals out to 15.
But it's still, it's
Yeah,
not really a
if you
sale
do it,
because if you bought it the smart
But still,
way,
though, like, if you, I mean,
it's just to keep.
but then you gotta
it's
buy a
just
whole chunk.
you just
of
have
it.
one less subscription on your credit card, I guess. And one.
yeah, but that's still, that's still a pretty decent deal, right?
No, you're not saving any money if you buy it yearly. Like
Well,
most
what they
people
should have
do.
done was release like a yearly version that you could buy both of them with.
Like, how much is it monthly
It's $15
for
monthly.
both of those?
But if you buy them both separate monthly, it's $20. But then if you buy a year of Xbox Gold and then pay monthly for Xbox Game Pass, then it's $15. Which is what
I mean,
they're trying to explain.
That's
But
not bad for.
well, what they should have done is just put like a
Game Pass is
yearly.
already $10 a month. Yeah,
So I don't know how much it is. I
it's
just
$10 a month. If you buy a year of gold, it's $5 a month. So it's $15 right there. So if you buy a year normally, it's the same price.
Yeah, they should. Well, they should have had an option where you could buy the bundle for $10 a month. But
You know what?
like a
12
whole
bucks would have been fine. You would say $36 a year.
year.
I think more people would buy that, to be honest. But
It's whatever though. I mean, it's not like it's a worse deal. So saves you one other transaction on your credit card. All right, and here's some news. Jared told me about GameStop. He's gonna let you. They're trying out a new service. It's not like a permanent thing yet. That they're trying their first game with it. It's Days Gone. They're doing like a 48-hour return policy where you can pick up the game, try it for 48 hours. If you don't like it, you can return it. No questions
Or
asked.
if you-
Box
you get
open.
store credit though,
Yeah, you get store credit,
so
but
you don't get cash.
Oh, really?
You store
I
credit.
didn't know that. But that's not bad,
it's
though.
still good.
It's not
Yeah.
bad.
That's still
So
It's not
I
bad.
told Jared, I'm gonna test out their new policy with this. Go and beat Days
Yeah.
Gone real quick and
Go in there at the corner and be like, you guys are
I'm
doing
like-
that 48-hour
I'm
thing,
gonna
right?
yeah. We'll walk in and be like, you guys are doing that new policy, right?
What's the return policy?
48 hours, right? How long is this
Yeah,
game?
Days Gone, right?
How long is it?
Yeah. How many hours does it take to do?
But no, I think that'd be a cool service to try to get some more customers
that's-
back in the store.
That's a huge move. I
Does
think
it-
that's. I don't like GameStop. I don't like going to GameStop. I don't like buying stuff from there.
Yeah. Where do you usually go buy your games?
Well, since I still have Gamers Club unlocked until May, usually I'll go through Best Buy.
Okay.
See, that's what I was doing up until like
Yeah.
when mine expired like 6 months ago. But
Me too.
now we got GameStop, less than a mile away. So that's
Yeah.
basically what I use now. That
So, I mean-
digital, but
But because of that service, I might start using GameStop more. So I think that's actually a huge move.
no, yeah, because
I
they need to
think
get more
that's good.
guys and they need to get more people in the door. Because
Yeah.
I think Brooks mentioned that they struggled last year, didn't they?
Yeah,
their
I've heard a lot
their
of
stocks are probably like $8 or
Yeah.
$9 a share. It's really
Yeah,
low.
Yeah, I
It's
can believe
their
that.
earnings. have
Many
been
more
going
people
down
go
and stuff, like
digital,
they're-
so
like the March.
yeah.
Yeah, they need to
People
figure
buy
something
physical
different
You
out.
guys have
'cause
been digital, do some
What they're doing right now isn't really working for them. They've tried
They
like
ain't got no money.
getting
Buy
more,
one.
collectibles and all that stuff.
Dude,
That's
take-
more what they're
Back me
focusing
up.
on now. But
Yeah.
Yep.
we'll
Thank you.
we'll see what happens with them in the future. That's it for the news. So.
Hey. All right.
You don't have any like outro music for me?
I didn't have an outro music, but
Do the fart noise.
What a
that was a good
crunchy.
outro. So that was the news. So now we're gonna jump into what we've been playing recently. I'm just gonna start off. I did finish Devil May Cry 5 this week. That was pretty cool.
This guy clapped on himself.
I finished. Yeah, I gotta pat myself on the back there.
That's like
Okay.
you, like people are clapping. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So Tuesday, I actually finished it. I was expecting to do missions 18 and 19 on Tuesday, and then finish up with mission 20 on Thursday. But mission 19 and 20 just kind of merged together, and I just ended up playing it right through the credits on Tuesday. So I definitely really enjoyed the game. My final review score is an 8.5. So the things I loved about the game are each of the 3 playable characters.
Oh, don't get too much.
was
No
very
spoilers.
fresh.
Yeah, not too much. 'Cause
Okay,
I'm
Yeah, I won't spoil any story or anything, but each of the 3 playable characters are very fluid combat. Really, really enjoyed the just playing through the missions and the witty banter throughout the game.
staples.
Like there's a lot of like cringy moments and
yeah,
stuff,
Yeah.
but it's really funny and it just
Yeah,
makes
no,
you smile. And I had a blast playing through that. There are 6 different difficulty modes, so there's plenty of room for replayability. I played through the game on the easiest difficulty streaming, and then I played through half of it on the next highest difficulty. The thing about it is, I kind of wish that they gave you all of the difficulty levels to try at once. No, so you have to beat the game on one, and then it unlocks the next one. They give you 2 difficulty levels to try at the start, and then it unlocks the next highest for every time you beat the game once. And then the 5th difficulty level is kind of a cool mode that I wish you could just play, because I think it would be cool to try, which is like it's called Heaven or Hell, and it's a one-hit kill thing. So you kill everything in one hit, but they will also kill you in one hit. So you have to be like really careful with your movements and stuff.
Yeah.
And I would have liked to play through some of the missions trying that way, but I'm not gonna beat the game
Do you
4
know-
times.
Do you know how long the campaign took you?
It was like 15 to 20 hours. So I mean,
That's not bad.
yeah, it's not that bad, not that long. So and there's 12 secret missions, and you can unlock those. I didn't take the time to try to find all of those, but I did. I do want to go through. I was just like looking up like how to find them, because some of them are kind of out there in the middle of nowhere, and they're kind of hard to find just on your own. So thank you for all the people who took the time to go through and find those, and I could just look up online. But completing the secret missions, that's fun. I thought that was very cool. And the achievements, I don't think I'll be able to platinum the game, because you have to get the highest S grade on every single mission and every single difficulty in order to platinum the game.
How many
And
highest
that would
grades
be-
did you get?
I got 9. I think I got 9 S grades out of the 20 on the easiest difficulty, and I have not gotten any S grades on the double 100 difficulty, which is the second.
Well, that's not that bad. No,
So-
That's not bad.
No, yeah, it's not that bad. But,
I mean,
so yeah, I would recommend anybody, even if you haven't played any of the other games in the series, it's still fun. Like I had no idea what was going on half of the time, but you don't really need to. You can still follow along with it, and it's fun. So that's my take on Devil May Cry 5.
Alright,
Cool.
And I gave it to Brett so he can play now. And
I'm going to. Yeah, I want to. I like watching your streams and they look really cool. So
I like the sound of a 10 to 15
yeah, it
hour
doesn't
game.
sound bad at all. It's not a game that you need to fucking spend a lot of time.
Yeah.
Who knows if I'll get to it before Days Gone, but I mean, if you don't mind Sky, I'll play
Yeah,
it for Days
absolutely,
Gone or
yeah.
whatever. So yeah.
Okay, so that was what have you been playing lately, Brett? I know
More of the same. More just
Yeah.
Borderlands. MLB The Show, and that's about it. Nothing new to say really. Just playing those games, waiting for Days Gone next Friday. So, but yeah, that's really it. I think I was playing Friday the 13th a little bit more, and there's another game I think I started. Oh, I was playing The Surge. That's free on PlayStation Plus.
Did you play a little bit of Conan too?
Yeah, I got a platinum and Conan next time.
Oh,
Yeah.
Play it? He said it only took
Yeah.
30 minutes of his time.
About 30 minutes of my time.
It took 30 minutes.
Yeah,
to
because
find-
you can
my
use the
goodness.
admin panel and get all the trophies.
What a cheat.
So the developers offered it to you, so I took it. Now let's play The Surge. The Surge is a game that Jared enjoys too. Free on PlayStation Plus. Dark Souls-esque, but it's kind of like mechs and like machines and shit. I'm probably maybe an hour through it. I don't know if I want to go back to it. I'm just kind of just like, cause I'm
Dude, give it a fair shake. Did you beat the first boss?
no. You can pick my butt. Dude.
Go on.
Who knows? But it seems pretty cool. It's pretty in depth. So I think a little bit more in depth than any From Software game in terms of like Dark Souls and shit. In my opinion, a lot of stuff you need to learn and do. But I'm still kind of like in the beginning stages, so my guy kind of sucks. But I'm good at it. So I'm a From Software guy. You know what I'm trying to say?
Anyway, I'm hyped about Surge 2.
Oh yeah, it's coming out probably this year, right?
Yeah, I think I drafted that game, didn't I?
No, you can pick it up.
No, I thought I did.
You didn't.
Hopefully, The Surge 2 takes more than a half
should.
hour to
I'm
platinum.
serious.
Really? Well, I'm gonna fucking pick it up, motherfucker.
Okay, pick it up, dude.
Alright.
And then, so what have you been playing recently, Jared?
I don't know. What
This should be good.
What have I been
You
playing?
tell us, dude.
I feel like the only time I play is like when I'm playing with you guys.
So,
Like
Who's you
so,
guys?
So that's
Who else you been playing with?
you and DeMarch, Eric.
Borderlands Friday.
Borderlands
15th.
Friday,
So, same stuff
um,
as Brett.
I think we played a little bit of
Where's the
a
clear
little
video?
bit.
Where's clear episode 4, the final
Wait,
video?
yeah, what
Yeah,
happened to
no,
that?
there's like
It's
5 videos.
Vaporware.
They're all there. I just gotta like edit them, and it's just a really because I did like 3 of them in like one day. So I'm just like, there's just a lot to do. It's a
Yeah,
lot.
I understand that.
I mean, but it is a little ridiculous.
We've been waiting for
It was a good game. I mean, I really liked it. It's not that I don't want people to like see it. I just haven't.
So we've been playing nothing of substance at all.
Of what?
What's that word?
Borderlands.
Substance?
Substance.
Yeah, Borderlands.
Substance.
I wouldn't say.
Ah.
I wouldn't say.
Man.
What was that? What was the other
substance.
thing you fucked up like last week?
And stuff.
No.
Anyway, yeah, I don't know.
Kids don't watch that.
Comfortable?
I've mainly just been playing.
How do you guys say comfortable?
Come on, dude.
Please, everybody go around the table really quick. Say the word.
Comfortable.
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 I say
Comfortable.
I say comfortable.
Comfortable.
No,
How do you say caramel?
No, comfortable.
Okay, how do you say like?
Comfortable.
I say caramel.
Caramel.
Oh, I say caramel.
It was probably
DeMarch.
large.
He
I
knows.
don't know. I switched between the two caramel.
It was DeMarch.
I guess depends on how one of
If you were a
something.
junior, your mom was probably
Potato.
your name
Who
is.
says potato?
Potato.
I don't think everybody says potato.
Yes.
Or
That's
tomato.
racist.
Yeah,
I don't even know what that means.
Yeah.
But anyway, no. I've been playing. I've been trying to play Sekiro, but it seems like every time that I'm playing something, I'm playing with other people. So it's either
Yeah.
Borderlands, Friday, Dead by Daylight, or what else have we played? I haven't played anything
Borderlands
solo
2?
for a while. Borderlands 2. I haven't played a solo game in like a while.
Weren't you playing like a video game recently? But who cares about that?
Neuro Voider or something like that.
Yeah, some game with the cheap trophies that you got.
What?
Some game with the cheap trophies that you got. I looked at it and I was jealous. I'm like, what kind of game is that?
What?
Whoa.
No, I like my Vita. I'm fucking pissed off. Like, no,
Brett's getting jealous of
Looking.
no, it's good.
gaming
No,
score.
it's a pretty good game. It's a
The
twin,
Jurors is way too high. Mine's a 19.
it's a
He's
twin stick
20.
shooter, which Brett will tell you that that's all I like to play.
Paranormal Activity.
Yeah,
Neuro
okay,
Voider.
So,
Neuro Voider.
Yeah,
on
stick
to-
shooter shit.
on to
Yeah.
Eric.
Anyway,
What have you been
I'm
playing?
trying to get over Solid.
You know, Scott, same old, same old.
Yeah.
We've been doing, gotta talk over these guys over here.
Yeah.
Been playing Overwatch.
It's shocking.
What else?
Okay.
I'm surprised.
Let's see, Overwatch. I played.
It's a good game.
I played
They're-
Borderlands
yeah.
with these guys. Borderlands 1. We tried playing Borderlands 1 for a while, and the fucking PlayStation was having problems getting the groups together.
It wasn't
Come on.
PlayStation, it was Gearbox.
Yeah,
it was definitely a Gearbox.
Definitely a Gearbox. I
Xbox
thought it
I
was
get so mad when I say PlayStation, but anyways, there was problems getting the groups
Yeah,
together.
we were trying to
PlayStation was the
Whoever's
first one.
problem
You're trying to
was...
taking a disk drive. I saw you on the Xbox.
PlayStation was the first one to get the patch to fix that, though.
It was.
It
But
was.
anyways, yeah,
But
so
it-
there was problems getting in the group, so we had
Yeah.
to play a little Borderlands
They
2.
better fix that for
Now we've
Borderlands
jumped
3.
back to Borderlands 1,
Yeah.
and yeah,
I still haven't
Honestly,
found it.
I like Borderlands 1 better than 2.
so do I. So do I.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I
And-
thought that Claptrap was less annoying in Borderlands 1.
Yeah, it flows a lot better too, I think.
Yeah.
Just the,
Especially with the enhanced edition, because then you get almost better graphics in 1 now than 2.
yeah, I'm hoping the Borderlands 3 leans more towards Borderlands 1.
Yes,
As
that's
far
what
as
I
the
was
story
going to
goes,
say.
but- We'll see. I mean, who knows what
And
to
I didn't
expect
like
as far as stories go.
the badass rank in Borderlands 2 because there's like so many things that go into it. Like I don't
Ah,
know
like
what
the
I'm
badass
unlocking. I don't know what I'm
Oh,
unlocking.
Yeah,
as I
it
go
was
through
fun.
that. So
I thought it was fun trying to get him to kill all those guys.
whereas like with the gun proficiencies in Borderlands 1, I know what I'm getting towards.
I like-
towards.
I was upset that they took that out of 2. I wish they would have kept the proficiencies in, but I think the badass rank is also a good thing. So I mean, if they had both, that would have been cool.
Okay.
Because like obviously weapon proficiency is just increases like your passive stats like for those weapons. But like with a badass rank, like that could be more like your character, not necessarily their weapon abilities or whatever, like their skills with the weapons or whatever. So if they had both of those systems in 3, I'd be totally cool with that. Like I hope that they do, to be honest.
And then one other game I've been playing, I'm surprised neither of you guys mentioned it, was Dreams.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you guys have it. I know.
Dreams early access, and you could purchase it this week. Whatever that
Who
was
bought first?
Tuesday, you could buy it, right?
Pawn
I
shop.
bought
And
it
they had
first. I bought it first.
No, you didn't. I bought it first.
Pawn shop first though.
I didn't tell you.
Yeah, bullshit. He fucking didn't even know.
I already have purchased it. You were like,
No, yeah.
I bought Dreams. I'm like, okay.
Because I was on there 3 minutes after Metal Molecule announced it on Twitter. There's no way you're looking at your phone.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah,
dude.
so there was a
You
limited
got
supply.
like a minute before me.
All 3 of them bought the game. I did not buy it.
But
Yet.
anyways, yeah. So I haven't.
Yeah.
I know you guys haven't really touched much of the creator tools yet.
I've been surfing.
I started to, but after you said that there was a lot to it, like I started, I was like, all right, let's see how bad this is, and I'm just like, all right,
It's
this
a
one's
lot.
got like 8 steps, and this is just the first one. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
And
about
there's
this.
like, I don't know how many tutorials, like fucking dozens of tutorials. So I've gone through about, I think like 5 of them with like 8 steps to each of them. So it's like,
Jesus.
Wow.
it gets very
That's pretty
monotonous.
good, though.
It gets
Pretty
monotonous
good,
trying to
that
get through these tutorials, but it's gonna be good. Like, once I get through all the tutorials,
Yeah, you'll know how to,
Yeah.
like all the
You can
mechanics
make
work
your
and
own
like
thing.
create shit.
it's like so complicated, so in depth that you can't really go in and just fuck around with the creator tools and like just do it, wing it. You really gotta go through all these tutorials, which it sucks at first, but once you get through it, it'll be cool. And I think you'll be able to create like some cool ass shit once you get through all these tutorials. But I
Okay,
just haven't
so,
got through them yet.
yeah.
So.
I have some questions. Let me know if you can answer them or not on
Okay.
the creator tools. So, in terms of like creating models, like character models,
Mhm.
so how in depth does that go? Can you like change like the shape of like a face? Can you add in like alien, like robot models? Like, is there a set number of like a set number of like hairstyles you can choose?
Well,
for
I looked
characters?
online and like it looks like you can pretty much create anything you want. I haven't gone in and created a character, but
Yeah.
the good thing about that is like you can create a character and upload it because Brett mentioned this to me too.
Okay.
And,
then
you
other
can like
people
upload it
can
and then
use
other people
some
can use
other
the
people's
characters.
models. Okay.
Right. And
So you'll have some people that are just creating like assets, like
Mhm.
character models,
which is kind of what we plan on doing
and world
because
stuff.
I don't
Okay.
think they have it where you can play like co-op and like create a world together, but at least not that I know of. Brett, do you know?
Say that again?
And yeah.
Co-op.
No, we tried.
We
playing
tried
co-op.
doing that. We can't figure out. a way
I
to
really
do it.
hope that they implement something
yeah,
like
I
that.
hope
Like
they
the
do.
game is
That
like
would be cool.
if somebody's able to make like a level or whatever where you can play like multiple players.
We could,
Mhm.
yeah.
Because I mean, you could do it. I mean, not to like compare it to Little Big Planet, but I mean, you could do it Little Big Planet. That was fun to play with other people. Like, I feel like people can make stuff that would be fun to play with other people. Like,
yeah, we tried going into the same like Jared's home world or like my home world, like with a home space. You know what I'm talking about? And like, he was in it, couldn't see each other. It's kind of no man's sky.
Yeah, because that's
at Summer.
So I mean, it's still early access, so you know that might change. I mean, people are going to be obviously putting in their input on this game, and it could change by the time the actual game releases. And then, but going back to my point is, like they were planning. Brett was planning on like maybe he can make a character and then I can import it to my world.
Yeah,
rather than like, you know, actually co-op.
With as in depth as this creative is this creator thing is like. It seems like if you have a team of people working on a game, like a group of people are usually what wants to create a game. Like you'd think that they would allow.
Plus, you can also create other stuff like even like little wall pieces and anything like that you can upload.
Yeah.
And I can just import it to my world. So like I don't necessarily need him to be creating the world with me. I can just have him create stuff for the world.
How you implement the logic too, like logical things to happen too. Like if I'm in this area, then this thing happens.
I heard
and all of that stuff. So I can imagine there's a ton of tutorials because this is a whole like video game creation software.
All right, throw some more questions at me because I gotta go on Facebook.
Okay.
Do you want to kick Jared's ass? He was talking the whole time you were talking.
He literally was not talking the whole time you were talking.
I'm pretty sure he was interacting with me through that. So.
Oh, okay, sorry.
A little bit.
Okay, so this is kind of. I'll start with you. So, do you have any idea how many different games you've played, or like different settings there are in it? Like outer space? Is there outer space? Like there's. I know
this is a
played
better question for
platforming games.
This is a better question for Brad actually because I got this.
Okay, so how many different like types of games you played? Like.
So I tried out a kind of like a Minecraft clone, but it was fucking awful. It was so stupid.
Yeah, you said it was called like Jay's Craft.
Jay's Craft too.
I mean, but you know what? Like, well, hang on. Like, you don't want to shit up. Like, have you made anything yet? You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to like.
Yeah.
And it can be like not good.
This guy was probably like testing.
But it's like at the same time.
But again, he published it.
But
you want people to play it.
Okay, but you know what? You don't know if this he is a kid or not. Like, you know what? Like, this is not a game to trash people for how bad something is. Now, if you find something that's like a direct copy of something else that somebody else made, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, but like, you know, it might not be like the best thing. It's just like a Little Big Planet. Like, you'll play levels that are like bad, but you know what? I never published a level because I didn't have the fucking courage to even do that.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, somebody doing that. I mean, at least like respect it. I mean, don't like shit all over.
Yeah, like we said, like there's so many tutorials, and this guy made it through them all.
Yeah.
I guess, and was able to actually make something.
Yeah, and it's like this game. I mean, you know, I don't know. This game's like I see it as a very like, I don't know. It's a very.
Where you going, Jared?
Oh, sorry.
So something, yeah. So going off of that point, I'm wondering. How successful, like how much are people going to want to jump into Dreams to see what other people have made? Like, do they want to try playing these games instead of a big blockbuster game that they can play? What is the incentive for people to go in and play games that might not be that fun that other people?
I honestly think it'll be like how Little Big Planet was. I mean, it's gonna be most of the people are gonna be people who are gonna play other people's creations.
Yeah.
And then, you know, the people who there's gonna be two schools of thought with this game. It's gonna be I wanna play stuff and see what people can create and maybe play something or maybe create something. And then there's gonna be people who I wanna create things primarily and then maybe play stuff every now and then too. I mean,
so hopefully
I feel like majority of people are going to be people who play it.
Yeah.
Like me, I don't see myself creating shit in that game.
Yeah, because the games we played at PAX East, I mean, they were decent. A few of them were.
Well, they
but
were
it wasn't
also
like they were like blow me away. Like,
Well, weren't they media molecule like levels anyways?
No, they were the ones I specifically went in because they had two different sections on. I specifically went in and checked out the user created, but I mean those were only a week of development in front of those people. So
And like, I mean, I've played like even Little Big Planet. Like, I mean, people can make really good levels that have like story elements and things like that. I mean, this game obviously seems like it's going to be more in depth than like Little Big Planet was.
But it's way more in depth. It's not
Well,
a question.
I'm just anyway. So like like people can probably do a lot with this game. Probably make a lot of cool stuff. So I'm hopeful, but at the same time, I do feel like it's maybe going to be a little bit more niche. It's probably going to be more like maybe a lot of people will get it, but like not a lot of people will stick with it.
That's kind of what I'm
Yeah,
thinking.
yeah.
Like,
I think you
people
two
coming back to it.
I think you two are expecting less than what you're actually gonna end up seeing because
Oh,
I would love to be blown away by this, but
I'm gonna be blown away from it.
I think we're gonna end up being blown away because
I would love to.
you guys are
I want
talking.
that.
You guys are talking like they've been like developing this shit for like a year.
He's talking like that. I'm not.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I said these two because
Wait,
this shit,
these two?
yeah, this shit's been like fucking,
Do you guys think? Okay, hang on.
people that fucking made some of this shit in like a week.
I
And,
know.
Like,
I'm
you
sure
gotta
it's
go
great.
in,
No.
because you haven't even surfed. Like,
Yeah, you even surf.
you haven't even fucking
Motherfucker,
You don't want to buy it.
surf.
But wait, once you fucking surf and you go in and see some of this shit that people created in like a week.
Look,
you're gonna be blown away.
I saw the one PT thing that was made, and I thought it was pretty well. Obviously the textures, like as far as graphics, it can't. I don't know how. I don't know if it's maybe just the materials or like the stuff that they were using when they were creating it. But like some of the textures, like they don't look that great. It wasn't photorealistic like PT was, but it was decent. But it was also just like a fucking loop. I don't know if they could fix that. I don't know how in depth. I don't know how in depth the mechanics can go. I don't know if you can add like weird fucking algorithms that fucking make a level like when you play it different every time, or if it's always going to be just like scripted shit like how Little Big Planet was. Like you would play it and like the AI would do the same shit every time because it was on a set path or whatever. Like I don't know like if it can really like randomize shit and have algorithms with how like the AI will act and like
I
things
have
that will
read
happen.
that there are like random number generators you can put into it and
See,
stuff like that. So
No, I didn't know that because
Yeah.
I've been trying not to research this game too much because I don't want to.
to the last topic.
And like also,
still
you're like
One more question.
talking about like the textures and all that. Like, there's plenty of like great games that don't have good textures. It's
Well,
not like
I'm
you
just
have
saying.
to have good textures.
Yeah, I don't even know why the fuck I even said that to be honest.
But
I just like because I was like, oh,
because you're comparing it to PC.
because I was like really wanting.
I don't even know what PC
mainly
is,
because it's
but-
probably that's just my fucking my saltiness.
Like I don't know what PT even is, to be honest. Like
It's a teaser
It was a playable
the
teaser
demo
for
for like
Silent
Silent
Hills.
Hills.
Like,
oh, Silent Hill. Okay, so
Yeah,
yeah,
Kojima
so
directed Silent
yeah,
Hill
so
game,
if you're
yeah.
comparing it to like a certain game, you gotta go in and play like some of these original games, like
That's what I wanted to do. Yeah,
because
it's
you're
like,
trying
I
to
was-
compare it to like, oh, is it living up to the standards of a certain game?
Well, because I was mainly looking at because if somebody wanted to make like a PT like clone in Dreams, they would want to do the best that they could.
Right.
So I basically I would assume that like, sorry, I would assume freaking Rocky hair probably, but I would like assume that they would go above and beyond, you know what I mean, make it as close
earlier.
to the original as possible, right?
Yeah.
So like, I wouldn't expect them to cut corners on that and actually like publish it. But maybe they did just to get it out there, but it's still a work in progress, whatever. So maybe the textures could be better, but it's like because everybody's saying this is like an engine. It's not a game. It's a game engine
Well, yeah.
where you can create games. But it's like, well, yeah, but like, so was Little Big Planet. You know what I mean? Because you had set parameters that you could create, levels in. Like I don't see people making games in Dreams. I see people making levels.
Yeah.
Scenarios, things like that. A certain creator could make like
So
level 1, level 2, level
Yeah.
3, but it's like I just don't see it as something where it's like you're gonna be able to play like a fully fledged like fucking game in this game because that's not what the game is. The game is just it's just levels. People can create levels
you
for you.
agree?
No, yeah, I agree. I think you're
Oh.
gonna have to do separate levels, like because I've already seen that where people have like certain games that they've made. They're like fucking low as
So, like,
quality
level
games,
1.
but yeah, it's level 1,
Because
level 2, level
you were
3.
just
They're
talking
all-
about
they're all separate.
how amazing this is gonna be. And
Well, I mean, I
that
don't know
doesn't
if that
really take away
necessarily
from it.
kills it. You just gotta go from
Okay.
fucking thing to thing.
That's just
So,
me going
yeah.
like the whole like I just don't want to call. I hesitate to call it a game engine because if that was the case, then it would be people say
Yeah.
it's like an engine. It's like
well, that's what I was
any
gonna
game
say.
that has a creation
Yeah.
thing has it is you could call it an engine,
It's-
but it's not.
The success of this game is gonna be based on attracting the creators, the content creators, and if it's easy enough, if it's a good enough engine that these people want to come in, like you get the modding community, all those people who want to come in and make games, make levels, make content. That's cool. Last question I wanted to pose about that is: do you think that creators will be able to sell their games for money if they reach a certain number of viewers or people that download their game, or should they be able to?
I think.
Well, you can't download the game right now, early access at least.
Well, I think
early,
Medium
but once
Molecule.
the game goes to full release.
No, in my opinion, I think that everything's a property of Dreams and Media Molecule. Wherever you create their game, that's.
I could see Medium Molecule throwing them a bone maybe or something, like giving them some kind of fucking reward or something. But
I can't
I don't know if they're gonna pay them.
I can't cite any sources or anything, but I thought that they did say that they were already
Monetize,
monetize, people
Monetize.
Damn it! I always say that.
Monetize and stuff.
But I mean, I could see the other good thing is
maybe even
developers will come in and fucking recruit guys. Right?
Well, yeah, sure. I mean,
yeah, I said that too. I think it's gonna be a great career launcher for a lot of developers.
I think that could happen for sure.
I think that's more what people should be looking for rather than actually getting paid off of this game. They should show what they can do, and fucking developers will come in.
I look at it.
Well, the thing about that is you're not coding in this game. You're not
Well, they have basic logic.
but
No, they have logic. They have and
and you're not doing
logic.
It's
But
not
yeah,
an
they're also-
actual graphic artist. I guess you can create creations, but it's not
friendly.
They're also showing ambition and stuff.
basic
though.
logic.
game
it's
developers,
CSS,
and game
Java
designers,
right now.
graphic artists and stuff.
C++.
These people, they're putting in the job applications for to use the applications they use to develop their games, not in the Dreams engine.
Yeah, but
you
they
have to
could be
have
people that
experience
have-
with those
Especially artists.
They could be people that have degrees though, and they want to show their ambition and show what they can do.
Yeah,
So,
sure.
like myself.
Their ideas and
You have
things
to
like
have
that.
some amount of
And I
training,
think
though.
that's
it's a different animal.
I think
Create,
that that's a good thing. I mean, I would hope that people would look at that and maybe scout out some talent because of that. Because I mean, shit. I mean, people can put a lot of time into making shit. And, even games like Little Big Planet. You know what I mean? I've played levels in those games that are just I'm just wow. I don't even think I would have enough time to even do this. I don't have enough drive or even motivation to do this much. For nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're just doing it for fun, just for shits and gigs. You know what I mean?
All right.
Okay, so
little
on to
final
our
topic.
last and most important topic that I know
Brett's been-
everybody is
Brett's been
super
itching over
excited.
there.
I've been waiting for about
Topic.
20 minutes for this
Yes.
topic.
We
Very
got
good
our
hour.
first details of specs for the PlayStation 5. So let's just go through some of these
Let's
specs
throw it to
here
the
real quick.
PlayStation.
So yeah, PlayStation 5. You heard me correctly.
Smart.
Future Eric.
Throw it to the
Is,
PlayStation expert.
and
He's
so-
the expert.
Okay, so PlayStation expert, PlayStation 5. So just go through the list of specs here real quick.
Well, you caught me off guard here because I didn't know what was happening.
We just said we're
He's
going to the
literally
last
said he's been waiting for
topic.
20 minutes.
No, because
Yeah.
I've been waiting for 20 minutes.
I've been waiting for 20 minutes, but you caught me off guard.
Okay, so
you must have
Mark.
stopped waiting
Okay.
at 19 minutes.
So Mark Cerny people don't know, he's the architect of the PlayStation 4, and then to be the architect of the PlayStation 5. And he did an article with the Wired.com.
Cite your sources. Thank you, Wikipedia.
Wired.com. And he made a lot of different statements. So I'm going to go through the list really quick and kind of touch upon these as we go along. So he confirmed, not in any order in the article, but this game is not coming out in 2019. He said it's going to be coming...
Game system, not game. This is a console.
I thought it was a console.
You said game.
Okay,
That's fine.
sorry. What? Oh.
I'm sorry.
So this game is... damn it! This console is not coming out this year. Sorry. So that's been confirmed. I didn't think so in my PlayStation, PlayStation video.
A lot of people.
This kind of makes you think it's coming next year, though. feature.
It's coming out. It's coming out next year. It's coming out.
That's
next
what a
year.
lot of people are. Yeah.
I call that.
Yeah,
I call that in our PlayStation
General
video.
consensus is 2020.
Along with a updated Switch that'll be out.
It has ray tracing support, which I'm not sure what that even means.
PC gaming people will know this. It's just upgraded graphics quality. Like your shadows are gonna be that much more like noticeable, like realistic, like graphical things. So that's pretty cool that means they have a very, very highest end graphics card in this console.
Right. The biggest news, actually, maybe the second biggest news. So the consoles are coming with a solid state drive, hard drive.
SSD.
So, yeah, SSD for sure. SSD, suck on. So Mark Cerny did a little like demo with the writer of the article on Wired.com, and he did a little demo of the Spider-Man PS4, Marvel Spider-Man, and on the PS4, the loading screen, it took 15 seconds for it to process the loading screen, and people that play that game, that's when you're like in like the subway, and they have like the little loading screen. So he also did a demo of Spider-Man with the same loading screen on the dev kit for the PS5, or that's quotations PS5.
Yeah, I saw this.
And it loaded in 0.8 seconds.
Okay, just really quickly.
Yeah, that's 15.
That was crazy. It was like loaded in before they got into the loading screen.
Instantaneous.
It was crazy. I saw the
But the
video.
thing is, though, is like the loading
video.
screens. But
Is
like,
there a video on it?
They had like a video comparison, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, where they showed like it just showed it going straight to the load screen. It showed basically going straight to the gameplay from where
Yeah,
you were
maybe
loading.
it was just a
Basically straight in.
It's like
It was like 0.8 seconds, right?
Yeah.
And, compared to the 15 seconds or whatever.
I mean, that's really cool, but like the thing is, though, is like the loading screens. Like when it's kind of cool seeing Spider-Man just like in the fucking subway, especially when he's sitting next to the imposter Spider-Man, and like it looks like they're like talking to each
Oh,
other.
it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
Like so, it's like it's kind of a missed opportunity though. It's like I don't want like little shit like that. Like it makes me smile. seeing
Well,
stuff like
I'm
that.
assuming Insomniac.
Like, where would they put that in there?
It sounded like we'll probably do something else with concerning
Like,
that
I don't
maybe.
know. Like I'm not that when they do shit like that.
The only reason
Put it
they
on the
did
main
that
menu
was
or
to
something.
eliminate
Yeah.
loading screens.
They'll put it
Make
on
it
the
more,
main
more
menu.
That's
enjoyable.
what I'm saying. It's a missed opportunity though. If there's no loading screens like that.
Yeah, but they can put it
Little
on
break
like
from
the,
the
They
action.
put
we
some
go.
on
I
the
can
main menu or
still
something.
put like a little cutscene if you go on the
want loading
subway. It
screens.
takes like 2 seconds. So.
Jesus.
I need loading screens.
well, play some Anthem or something.
I was like,
Nice!
I was gonna say something about it.
That's actually pretty fucking funny.
Wow. Okay.
That's fucking hilarious. Dang, it makes Scott upset.
Come on,
there.
BioWare.
Poor BioWare.
Okay, so
Couldn't you just make a KOTOR 3?
so solid state drives are not that expensive anymore. I think they said maybe probably a 1 terabyte SSD, especially when it's be mass manufactured. Sony will probably get a better deal for
1
buying all these
terabyte.
SSD. It's not enough.
That's like the fucking 40 gigabyte PS3. You know what I mean? Like that's not enough. Like 1 terabyte.
It's still a strong hard drive support though.
Well, yeah, but it's
But
like.
it won't be an SSD. It won't be. I don't know how that's gonna work actually. Like,
Honestly,
SSD.
SSDs are cool. Like,
So the dog. I know you have to start barking and shit.
What happened?
Eric is a little bit of fucking stuff in him, and he's
Alright,
gonna
but
go that out.
like I don't know a shit ton about external
Our
memory or
second
anything like
special
that.
guest,
Like, I do know that SSDs are faster. I don't know the fucking why, but
It makes the loading
Okay.
screens faster, basically.
Okay, Rocky.
Point eight
That's
seconds,
the
right?
whole gist of like
But-
the
Yeah, you're not.
But, like,
looking
the
at
thing is, it's
Gamescast
like,
anymore.
I've always heard that.
All right, I
Like,
want to move on here.
well, I've always heard that like SSDs, like you can't get as high a capacity in SSDs.
What do you mean highest capacity?
Like they don't like I don't think they make. I mean, they maybe do, but they probably cost a lot more. Like say a 2 terabyte SSD versus a 2 terabyte HD. The hard disk drive would be cheaper than the SSD, right?
Yeah, but the SSD is more so for like loading screens than
Yeah, like it spins faster. Like we can get like 72, probably more, 7,200 RPM. I mean, you know more about this, right? Like as far
He's
as
a
like,
PC expert.
Okay.
like HDD.
I kinda-
like even
So,
just loading up
okay.
the console. Is
So
a lot.
Which, I mean,
solid,
is cool.
solid
Like, I would
state
rather have
drive
space.
is
I don't
more
care
like flash drive,
snappiness.
which means that it's instant access instead of like searching a disk. So hard disk drive it's like basically a CD inside the drive
Right.
that it uses to search
That's
for
gotta
the
spin.
information. Yeah. and that's where you have the RPMs. Where solid state does not have that at all. So
Okay, see, I didn't know.
So
it's like a flash. It's flash memory instead of disk memory.
Okay.
So that's.
But could you get like I mean, just from what I've heard, like they're typically smaller based on like.
Let him out. It's fucking all this shit up. Go, keep going.
So the only thing that I'm saying is like, I mean, like 1 terabyte for PS5. Now think about a PS5, you know, a PS5 only game. You know, just like PS4 games are a lot bigger than PS3.
Yeah, now I am wondering, like because you can buy external hard drives right now for like your Xbox or PlayStation. So will they still have support for that? We don't know. Like,
I would assume so.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And in that case, the load times, there's going to be longer load times then.
Well, once you get an external attached.
Yeah, because it's.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not that knowledgeable about that, but.
Alright.
But I don't. Yeah.
I want to move forward.
I
want to move forward with that. Okay, with this. So the CPU is going to have an AMD Ryzen 3rd Gen 8 core. I'm not techie, so that's the CPU.
This is just the most modern.
It's going to have a similar CPU to the PS4, which we'll talk about later. GPUs have a custom Radeon Navi GPU. It's a 3D audio, so I think is that Dolby Atmos?
Very cool. I don't know the company.
Yeah, I know Xbox has Dolby Atmos for your headphones for like $15 a month. You get Dolby Atmos through your headphones. But I wasn't sure if that was part of the Dolby Atmos, was like part of the 3D audio. But it's gonna be coming at you from everywhere, so that's pretty cool.
They still said the most I don't know why I just lost my train of thought, but the best way to listen is through headphones, and then you could also do like your surround sound systems if you wanted to too. Cool.
Other big news. He also confirmed that the PlayStation VR, the Gen 1 and the Gen 2 PlayStation VR are going to be compatible with the PlayStation 5. So Jared, myself, and Eric all have PlayStation VR. Eric hasn't played his in probably over a year. Me and you have played it kind of like back and forth.
Give me a wireless VR.
Yeah, that is one thing that I would like. I mean, because just like the amount of cables, like
it's kind of like a downer.
But it's
like
like
those cables attached.
No,
like it's my butt crack.
I'm sure they could do it, but it's like I don't know. Like there's probably input lag.
Like if I could just stick my fucking,
Wireless
wireless fucking adapter right into the back of the console and not have to deal with it every time.
But then you'd have to like charge it and shit though too.
Well, if it's plugged in, I wouldn't have to charge it.
But then you'd have cords.
I don't know. No, I'm saying like, oh yeah, you'd have to charge
The headset.
But
So I mean, like, no.
I mean, it'd
nice
still be
to have
a lot
wireless.
easier than doing what I'm fucking doing
sucks.
now.
I mean, it does suck to kind of play a game and you just like feel like the wire on your back or like in front
I
of you.
got Rocky chewing the wires.
And then you're just like playing, you're like, oh, what the hell's going on? It just cuts off. It just turns black and Rocky's like there, like half the cord in his mouth. Like,
or a game format.
That's part of the game.
and you just like take it off and like fucking throw it across the room like, fuck!
Okay.
Sorry.
And
I was about to
so no, that's huge. I think Sony has repeatedly stated that they really believe in VR as a very viable option for consumers in the future, and I think doing this will keep people engaged in that ecosystem of PlayStation VR. So that makes me really excited. So I don't have to worry about buying a new VR set. I just bought mine last year. Did we buy ours like last year sometime? Yeah, I think it was last year. Last like February, we bought ours.
Oh, was it beginning of the year?
Yeah. So I think it's big for me. I mean, the library is still building, and we'll get into more VR stuff in like just a second because it kind of ties into the last point of this article. Also, there's gonna be supporting. It's gonna support 8K graphics support, which isn't. You might not think it's a big deal.
Get your 8K fucking TV.
Let me talk about this. So 8K TVs, they're in production, but they're way too overpriced. They're probably $10,000 or $20,000 to get an 8K TV, and nothing can be streamed to 8K.
That's how they always start though, like because 4K TVs were like $15,000 to start.
But the reason this is kind of big is because Sony is in the TV market as a producer. So obviously they want to be able to sell their own TVs when 8K does become an option, probably in the next 5 to 7 years. So I think that's smart for them, just because they want to make sure that if you want 8K TV, our PlayStation can support it, and also we're making them.
Well,
So,
it's good
come
that they have the option to support it, but like 4K isn't even a fucking thing yet. Like,
And,
for
like,
real, like nothing's
No,
4K
4K.
yet.
4K is now. It's really hit the market. I think more people are buying.
It's starting
In
to.
games-
It's
in
still
games
not, like-
it is now with the Pro.
More people are buying brand new TV. Or
Well, I guess
4K
with
TV.
games maybe
Yeah.
a little bit more, but even games they're upscaled to 4K most of them, and
Because the consoles can't handle it.
like you can't even fucking stream at 4K on most shit now.
But the
like
thing is
except for
also-
Netflix.
It's like you have to have a fucking big ass TV to even be able to see that
Oh,
extra
yeah.
pixel count. Like
Well, maybe
it's
that must be online, but
like you literally for like an 8K, like it would have to be like literally the size of the house.
It's like
It's
a
like a
100
movie
inches.
Like you
theater.
have to like fucking
Yeah.
have like a lot of
Yeah.
cloud
It's
coverage
only
and just
for, like,
project it into the fucking
It's
sky.
like a
Like, there's
movie
no-
theater, yeah.
Literally, I see no fucking like. There's no value in that to me. Like I don't really care about that. I don't care about.
You
4K.
might though in the future.
Maybe
Like, you
like,
don't have a
what
4K TV though. You don't.
What is it? 2.5K. I've heard 2.5K is better than fucking 4K because you can actually see that. Or it's like
As
something
long as
like
I
that.
got the frames per second up.
It's somewhere
Honestly,
between
the
like
ray
1080p
tracing
and like 4K.
Is a bigger thing probably than the 8K thing.
Well, again, 8K is like the future. So it
But
was
that's cool. But
It
I'm
was
not
mentioned.
The
Well, it was
ray
mentioned in
tracing
the
is very
article,
new.
so I want to touch upon it.
Yeah.
Doesn't
No,
mean,
that's-
it doesn't mean
no,
like
that's
it's that
cool.
important right now.
But I
Yeah,
feel like
but
I'm
it
paying.
might
it's
be.
good to
I feel like I'm gonna be paying for hardware that I don't need. Or that I'm
This
not
thing
gonna
is,
use.
Mark Cerny is just saying it can't hit that. So that might just keep it competitive in the future. I don't know.
I just think that's just blow.
But moving on,
More than it needs to be.
also confirmed that this console will have a disc tray. So with a disc drive, you will be able to play physical media on it. You'll be able to buy physical media and play it. So we talked about the Xbox One SAD. So that's
Yes.
all digital edition for Xbox. And
Xbox One said.
so, you know, they're staying true to the gamers who like myself and Jared and Scott. I think do you like physical media?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think most of us enjoy physical media, so that's big. I know they're not gonna fall into the trap of Xbox trying to create one console for like people that just go at digital, but also I'm not sure though about it having a 4K Blu-ray. He did not talk about that in the article, but I'm gonna assume it will because a 4K Blu-ray player is still Blu-ray,
Yeah.
which is owned and produced by Sony.
Yeah, I would definitely expect a Blu-ray.
I would expect that too.
4K Blu-ray.
Yeah, but he did not mention that in the article.
It's pretty much a given.
Also, this is not what I'm looking at right now, but Mark Stern talked about cloud gaming too. So the big news of Google Stadia, X Cloud.
Mm-hmm.
He mentioned that they are pioneers of the whole cloud part of for PlayStation because they PlayStation Now and everything like that. So, but he did not get any details on what their plans are for the any cloud servicing.
Oh, dude. Was
What are your thoughts on this, Eric?
That was Eric.
Those are my thoughts on Xbox.
On Xbox?
What? Damn. What?
Okay.
Okay.
And then
so, yeah.
news that and then back to the last I guess big point. Probably the biggest point for most gamers is that the PS5 quote unquote will be backwards compatible with the PS4. So that goes back into our CPU. That the CPU
Finally.
is the CPU in the PS5 is going to be similar to the PS4. It's kind of just like an upgrade. So they'll be able to actually do backwards compatibility. You gotta remember that people want to give Microsoft a lot of credit for backwards compatibility, but the PlayStation 2 was the first one to be backwards compatible with the PS1. So people forget about that. Microsoft was a pioneer for that, but that's not true. PlayStation did it first, and the reason they couldn't do it for the PS3 they did it for the PS3 for the PS2, but then it was way too expensive. They made a new model for it, and then they couldn't justify the price, so they kind of cut that part out.
I think. No, I don't know if I'm. I had the.
But I don't speak too much about that. I want to speak more about
Yeah, it
the
doesn't
PS5.
matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. You're right.
Well, do you have a
I was just gonna say, like, I think even like PS3s that couldn't play PS2s could still play PS1s. I think.
PS3 used to play the PS1 games.
Like even after they got rid of the backwards compatibility, right?
No, the PS3 could. The original PS3 could play the PS2 games, but when they started making the new PS3 Slims, they weren't back compatible with the PS2.
Basically, the last one that could play it was the Metal Gear Solid 4 one. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
But
it's old
so
fucking news anyway.
yeah, so
we all know that fucking Sony's been dropping the ball on that shit for a
well,
long
they
time.
couldn't the cell processor of the PS3 was very hard to kind of replicate, and they couldn't do that for the PS4. So there was no backwards compatibility, and Microsoft tried to run with it. Everybody's like, oh my god, they're fucking pioneers. No, you're not. PlayStation did it first, so suck my balls.
Okay.
Sorry about that, Scott.
Well,
I
they're not pioneers in the streaming business then either, because Google's got Stadia coming out this year.
Well,
Yeah,
PlayStation Now. PlayStation Now was doing that first.
Yeah, but the
Well,
whole
what about
streaming
that?
thing, like-
Whatever that site was that was doing it before.
Who?
Yeah, it was. What was the service called?
Miniclip?
No.
You
It was
remember
a
that?
service.
Miniclip?
Oh.
Stick RPG.
I forget what
I
it
remember
was called.
Ally
now.
Attack.
But Game Informer even had
No,
an
Stick
article
RPG.
on it recently where they talked about. It's not GameFly because that's a renting service. It was. I forget what it was.
Alright.
Oh well.
So, backwards
I think
compatibility with any PS4 games. Does it bring me to really quick 2 questions?
Yes.
I guess let me just finish
Well-
Scott since I'm already talking.
Okay. No. Well, is this price?
It's be price.
Okay.
One. So I'm gonna go around the room really quick. So with all this being said, Jared, we'll go through first since you're on my left. What do you think would be the price point for this, and do you think that price point that you say is a good move for Sony?
How much was the PS4 when it debuted?
$399.
$399 was the base price.
Xbox One was $499 with Connect.
I know the PS3 was what, like 600 something?
$600, $599.
$599.
But it was also the only thing that had a Blu-ray. Nobody else had a Blu-ray in it.
True. I don't know.
Okay, we're gonna skip Jared.
Well,
You think about it.
hang on.
Eric, you're next. You think about it.
Well,
Alright,
I think
No, we're on Eric now.
Okay.
I think the PS5 is going to be $499,
Okay, that's what I was gonna say.
and because I think everyone's expecting $399 because
$799.
the PS4 was $399, but no, this is a lot more, obviously a lot more powerful, and I think it's powerful even for like the time it's going to be coming out, because I think we're all expecting it to come out next year, and even for next year, like from the sounds of it, this is going to be a powerful console even for coming out that year. So I think $499 might even be pushing it like lower than it might even be. Like I think it's $499 at the least, and I think it's a good price point, especially for a console that's supposedly capable of 8K. Like $499 would be cheap as fuck for that.
Technology.
And I don't think they can
Oh
really.
yeah, just a graphics card
How-
alone that can
Yeah.
do like the ray tracing support and
Yeah.
stuff. That's the top of the line, like $300
I mean,
graphics card
still
alone.
at least another
And then you
year
got that
away,
solid state
but-
drive is a custom made solid state drive. They're probably not gonna be making money on the consoles themselves for sure.
Yeah, but I think
Um,
I think if they tried to put it out at anything more than $499,
Yeah,
it would be
like
hard to
people are
sell.
gonna
So
be-
it's like
yeah.
they got walk like a fine line here because they can't sell it like at too much of a loss, but
Yeah.
they have to, make the customers happy. So
Okay.
I think I agree with $499.
Scott.
Okay, I wrote down 500 at first. That's the same thing as 499 basically. But I'm with Eric. I wouldn't be surprised if it was 599.
yeah,
Yeah, but
I
it'll
don't
be hard to sell at $599.
Yeah.
My opinion on it, Mark Cerny was quoted in another article that this is going to be affordable for the most average consumer, and I would be shocked if this went above 500. There's just no way. There's
Yeah,
no way.
it's hard to justify because like you look back at what was it, the PS3 I think was $599, and
It was.
really hard to sell that at $599.
Yeah.
I mean, the PS3 did overtake the Xbox 360.
But
in
it
terms
went
of
down in
total-
price quickly.
It did. It had to, and they came with 3 different editions of it too.
Yeah.
And
Which was it was way too much. So I hope they don't do that with the fucking.
I can't see them doing
They've
that.
learned from their mistakes, I think.
But yeah, Sony does get cocky though. It's like they did after the PS2 version.
Yeah.
They get cocky. That's what
Yeah.
makes me afraid. And what I think that if I'm
Yeah.
a betting man, the Xbox would really take a good lead in this next gen because Sony's gonna get cocky, and I can see them messing something up. And do I think it's gonna be price point? I don't think so. I hope not. So I'm gonna buy it day one, and I really don't want to spend like an extra $100 for like no reason.
I don't know about buying any console day one though. That's just me.
Well, so Scott, you have the next question. I want you to.
Okay.
So,
So-
no, because it ties into that point of what you're saying.
So if we say 499 is what we were kind of all like ballparking that we think it's going to be, and along with all of the improvements that we just mentioned, is this enough for people to get PS5 when it comes out?
So back to your point. So it's a question for you first, I guess.
Okay, so you just say you should never buy any console on day one.
Yeah, I mean, because there's always a fucking first of all, you want to wait till it gets some games. I mean, we don't know anything about launch titles yet. Now, granted, if they have some really good launch titles, then yeah, cool. But we don't know anything about launch titles. We don't know how many of those games are gonna be games that you can get on PS4. It's I don't know. It's just there's not until we know more. It's not a fucking day one purchase for me. I can say that for sure right now. I don't I've been a fucking Sony player for basically my whole life of gaming, but they've been my main. You know what I mean? So
Your
it's
main bitch.
my main bitch. But I can't justify a day one purchase on any system because there's always going to be, okay, we've done this, now we've got these games out, we've made it cheaper because blah blah blah, technological advances, whatever. So it's I can't justify that because it's now they're making what when you buy a PS4 originally it was how much storage did they have?
500 gigabytes.
Yeah. How much can you get now buying a new one?
1 terabyte.
Exactly. So it's that in and of itself is well, now I can get it for cheaper with more space than I could on release.
I disagree.
Games take more space.
I mean,
You're right.
I'm one that has something that new
Which is why I
shiny
was waiting
thing.
more.
So I kind of want to just get it day one just because I just want to have it. I understand.
Which I agree. I agree.
Because especially with the backwards compatibility,
waiting.
I can move everything over to my PS5 and not have to worry about buying one because you gotta admit this console, the price is right. It's gonna be constantly looks like the Switch. You can't find one.
Look,
it's gonna be selling so much.
Really quickly, there is one thing I didn't think about is the whole PS4 backwards compatibility.
Right.
So you know what? That is an investment for the future, while not necessarily. It's replacing what you have.
And don't forget, a lot of companies.
So you're not losing.
A lot of businesses will probably do trade-in bonuses for pros. So
yeah,
the three of us have pros. So you might get a deal. So
that's definitely a bonus for the backwards compatibility thing. So that makes it a little bit more, despite what might come out as far as news, with launch titles, whatever. That makes it a little bit more likely that I would get it closer to day one, as opposed to wait.
I'll get it some day one.
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably
Getting
PlayStation.
something. So some console, depending on.
It's gonna be PlayStation.
I mean, I'll keep my Xbox because they're talking about forward compatibility for Microsoft. Why would I get the next gen Xbox when I can play on my normal Xbox? So, Xbox is talking about forwards compatibility. So they'll make games.
Xbox
So like a
One, you
downgraded
could
version?
play
Right.
On.
They're
They're
gonna
play
do
next
that.
gen games.
That's
on
what they're saying.
Xbox.
Why are they doing
Because
that?
Xbox cares about the ecosystem.
We're just worried about
Yeah.
software sales,
Xbox-
not
I don't
hardware
know.
sales.
It's like, no, that's seriously, that's
Um,
Xbox's thing. They know they can never beat PlayStation in console sales,
yeah.
so they're focused on software.
Maybe we can beat them in software sales.
So that's exactly it.
Yeah, they really
Okay,
They don't
said
care
that.
about hardware.
Hey!
They don't care about hardware!
Okay, we need
Which
to
I think hardware
cut this
needs,
off.
Hardware
I
is
have a lot to talk
important.
about.
hardware needs to go
Alright,
anyway.
save it for the next show.
Yeah, we need
Yeah.
to save it for the next show because we have to
I
wrap
won't
it
be
up.
here. I won't
There
be
are no rules! Put your shirt back on. There's one rule!
But I disagree with you on that.
Wait, disagree with me on what?
Alright.
About the
Battery
whole
upstairs.
forwards compatibility.
Xbox has said that!
Yeah, I know, but
Oh shit.
I
Alright, we
mean,
got
yeah, I know that's why I'm trying to wrap up. We need to wrap up this episode, and I think we were full of action today. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We're
First time
trying
in a
to
long
give
time.
you a lot better quality than we've had the last couple episodes.
Video quality
So,
and talking quality.
Please make sure you
Everybody do finger guns at the end.
please make sure that you
Oh, okay, sure.
subscribe
That's
to
the
Take Aim Games.
At the end.
Like the video. Show your support for us if you like us, and
Like and subscribe.
we will
Yeah, like us and
catch
subscribe.
you
And fucking
Next.
put shit in the comments.
week.
Pow, 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 pow,
Yeah, talk shit, ask questions, do whatever.
That's right.
Alright.
Dislike. We know you all did that. To
Hey, come on!
Don't dislike us.
That's dick.
Have a good day.
Yeah, you